Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. In this video, we will learn how to create an Angular library in the Angular workspace. In the previous video, we have seen how to create multiple projects in an Angular application, right? In the same scenario, we can create the Angular library also. So what is this library and why we need to create library and how we can use this library? Let's try to see in this video. From the version 6, from version 6 onwards, Angular supports the creation of libraries in the Angular workspace. So as we have seen in the previous video, same like the creation of application, how it will be there. In the same scenario, we can create the libraries also in the Angular workspace. Now we can create and build our own libraries using the Angular CLI. So that means we can create and also build the libraries. Whatever the libraries we have created, our own libraries, we can create and build using this Angular CLI. For creating the library, we use the command ng generate library and the library name. For creating the application, we will be using ng generate application and the application name. In the same scenario, for creating the library, we will be using ng generate library and the library name. To see the options for creating the library, we can use the --help option. So this is the good old one, what we know previously, right? So to see the options, so what are the options that are supported for creating the library, the command. So if you want to use, you can use the command that ng generate library space --help. So this will give you all the available options that are available for creating the library. So when we create the library using generate command, CLI updates your tsconfig file to look for your library reference. Now when you have created a library using the command ng generate, so when you create that library, now the Angular CLI, what we will try to do is, it will try to update your tsconfig.json file. So what is the tsconfig.json file it will update is, it will update you whenever you want to reference that library. So it will look into this tsconfig.json file. So let's see in the upcoming slides also we will see that one. So you need to remember that the tsconfig.json file also gets updated when you create a library. That is the thing you need to remember. Now the CLI goes ahead and updates the tsconfig file to look for the library reference. This is really important to update in the tsconfig file. So we have seen that the CLI goes ahead and updates the tsconfig file, right? This is really an important update, important thing to know that. So we need to update a tsconfig file. Without that, we wouldn't be able to build it. So if you want to build a library or anything, means we cannot able to build it. And also every time we change our code, it's mandatory to build the app. App means nothing but here it's a library to see the changes. So whenever we are changing the code, okay, whenever we are changing the code means the library code, whenever we are trying to change it. So it's mandatory for us to build the library code, library app, so that we can see the changes. So this is the thing you need to remember. In order to build the library, we use the command ng build my library. Here you need to understand that. So for building the library, we need to use the command. So same command, how you will be building the application. In the same scenario, you can build the library also. ng build and the library name. So in the same, the project name, how it will be, you will be having the library name also. In the same scenario, you can build it. We can also build the library with production option also. So we can also build the library with the production option also. That is nothing but ng build the library name and also --, configuration is equal to production. So you can use this configuration or you can use this option to build the library app in the production mode. Now the options, let's try to see the options, whatever the options that are available for creating the library app. So here --, run. So this command also we know that we are learning from the previous videos onwards, --, run, or the area's name is the -d. So this command runs the command without making any changes to the project. So this is the first option. And entry file. So whenever you create a library, you will be having one entry file. Okay, so for library also you will be having that entry file. So if you want to change that entry file in your library, so you can use this --, entry file and you can give the file name. So we can change the entry file, the path to create the library public API file. By default, that's going to be public API. So by default, the entry file will be public_API.ds file. So you need to understand that. So by default, the library, when you are creating a library, the default file will be public_API.ts file. This is the entry file. --, skip -, package -json. So whenever you create a library, so node modules, the package.json file also will be get updated, and also the packages what are the necessary for creating the library. So the packages also will be get installed. If you don't want those packages to be installed, means you can use this option skip package JSON. So you can also use this option skip ts config. So if you don't want to update this tsconfig.json file also, you can use this option skip ts config. But it is important to update your references in the tsconfig.json file. So why we need to use that one, we'll see in the coming slides. So why we need to use this one is, whenever you are using this Angular CLI, so it finds the libraries in the tsconfig paths. If it doesn't able to find in the tsconfig paths, it will go into the node modules folder. So this is the hierarchy. So first it will check in the tsconfig path, and then it will go into the node modules folder. So normally when you do the import statement, so here you need to understand that normally when you are doing the import statement, so top you will be using, right, import something from some other thing. So import service from service.ts file. So you will be doing these all imports in the Angular components or somewhere. So when you are doing the import file, so then first what it will try to do is Angular, so it will try to find in the tsconfig file whether the path is available or not. It will try to find it in the tsconfig file. When it doesn't find in the tsconfig file, then it will go and search in the node modules folder. So this is the hierarchy it will try to do. So normal import means something like import logger from logger. So we are able to see, right? So import logger from logger means, so here you will be having this logger like this. So this logger means first it will check in the tsconfig in the paths whether for this name is there any path, specific path is there to do I need to check it. If it doesn't find anything means, then it will go and search in the node modules folder. So this is the thing I want to explain you. So every time when you are using the library, build the library using ng-build library. So this is the important tip what I want to tell you is, whenever you are using the library, or when you are changing the code or anything means, so you need to build the library. So when you build the library only, you can be able to see the changes. So sometimes what will happen is, when you are trying to use the library, you will be changing the code in the library file. You want to check the output in the main application, but you will not able to see it. Why? Because you need to build the library. So that is the reason I am trying to explain you here. So this is all about this library. So hope you understood about this library concept. So library is nothing but, what I can say is, just like the application. So if you want to use the functionality, so you can create it as a library. Okay, so for creating the library, we are using this ng generate library name, and these are some of the options that are available in the library thing. So you need to understand that. So we can also publish this library in the npm package also. So if you want to publish this one library in the npm, you can also publish it. It's not a big thing. So hope you understood about this one. So in the next video, we will try to see the practical implementation, how we can create a library in the Angular application. Let's try to see it in the next video. So hope you understood about this library concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.